Hey there. So, I guess the first question is, who am I? And what am I doing? And why am I here? And where? And how? Um, and so I felt to start this channel, I would begin with those questions. The first one is the who. And that's a hard question. I think I've never thought how hard that question is to answer is, who am I? Well, I'm a person looking to express himself. And growing up, you always hear, art is a way of expressing yourself, music is a way of expressing yourself. You need to find outlets. And writing is a way to express yourself. And growing up, I never really liked drawing or painting. My brother was really good at it. I like music. I love music. I listen to music all the time. But never had the interest to pick up a guitar or play a piano or drums or whatever. And I never really had that interest. Never was interested in really making videos in terms of like a cinematography, or in terms of, like I have a friend who's really great. He's a videographer, phenomenal. I just never had that inkling. And that said, though, I don't think that meant I didn't like to express myself. I think I always express myself in my thoughts, and I think this channel will fill that for myself, because recently in my life I've come to find that lacking more than ever, I think. And I guess in part this channel is first and foremost just my expression. And I felt there was no better way to express myself than to ask questions. Because as I've thought about things in recent years, it feels more and more like expression is dire and necessary, and a fundamental drive and axiom for many people, but it isn't really encouraged or fostered or supported, I feel, in a lot of ways. And this isn't just a political point, which I'm sure we'll get into that with this channel. This is like a deep existential thing. And as I've graduated college, I've been working at a job, taking a few gap years before graduate school. I find myself needing more expression, free expression. And so that's what this is. First and foremost, this channel will be expression. Nothing more. Well, maybe more. I want to learn a lot through doing this. But I guess first and foremost, this first video is both an introduction to who I am, but also a reminder to my future self of why this channel was made at this time. Because I wanted to make a YouTube channel, I think, recently for about a year now, I'd say, seriously. And for whatever reason, I found myself having this pattern of, and I think it's a pattern I've noticed myself throughout my life of, I want to, I'm not a perfectionist really per se, but it doesn't feel good to me when something isn't properly articulated at times. But I think I've let that get the best of me, because I've been worried that, the video won't be that great. The video, isn't going to be my perfect vision of it, yada yada yada. But I think this has caused me to realize that that's exactly the thing I don't need more of in my life right now. That filter, that correction, that articulation, that properness and perfection. What this channel is, and who this channel is, and who I am, or who I want to be, or who I want to foster more of in myself, is just this. And so that's not to say that I won't make scripts in the future in videos, or I won't have better editing, better videos, have a thought going into the video, but only that first and foremost, I will have failed this channel and this idea if expression is compromised, because that's what I want from this. I'm not looking to appease people. I'm not looking to get viewers. I'm not looking to do anything other than express myself. And for the first time in my life, I feel, or I think I haven't fulfilled that in myself. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know if this is new. I don't know if this is old. And so in part of this video, or this channel, is to figure that out. Because I think I need that in my life right now. I feel I don't have a point to just say what's on my mind. And I can't tell you why it is that I can't just, say this in my head or write this down. There's something, I think, about just talking for me that flows better and is what I want, or is better. It is a better expression. And so, yeah, that's who I am right now. I'm here to figure this out, and I'm hoping through this series of this channel, not serious, I don't know what the fuck that means, through this channel to do that, because I think if I were to use a metaphor to explain how I've been feeling, it's kind of that point in your life growing up where you start hearing your parents, maybe this isn't usual for everyone, but my parents would try to swear around me, because my mom wouldn't, and that they said they didn't allow me to swear. As I got older, obviously I would start swearing at my friends, but not my parents. But then I went to college, and come back, and I hear my mom swear. But I still wouldn't really swear because it felt uncomfortable and awkward. And so I think this channel is to help myself get through that. Not in just the literal sense of that, of being afraid to offend somebody or say something, but in a much more deeper sense myself. And so, yeah. And so, here's another thing I should have probably mentioned in this first video is, I like to research things. I like to figure things out. I like to go in with a game plan. And so, and part of the process of the past year, trying to make thinking about making a YouTube channel, I've always watched those videos, like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. This is how you do this, how to be successful. And it took me a whole year to realize that is exactly what I don't want for this channel. I don't want any sort of branding. I don't want any sort of search engine optimization. I don't want anything other than to hit record, say what's on my mind, and then put it up. That's not to say I want to do other things. I think in that, right, is I'll say and do whatever I feel like. Maybe I will eventually get into music of some kind and make a song and put it on here. Maybe I'll stream. Maybe I'll play a video game. Maybe I'll give my thoughts on something political. Maybe I'll show something. Maybe I'll show my face. Maybe I'll say my name. And so, I think I'll end this video by talking about my YouTube channel name. Right? I think in parallel, if not connected with this compression and this beat down of expression in the world, perhaps, or I feel myself, is the gateway to expression for a lot of things. And that is a question. I think in a lot of ways, questions are the ultimate expression of someone's self. I think in a lot of ways, questions are the most important. They're so fundamental to humanity, or the human experience for myself. And when you ask a question, you're expressing your thoughts. You're expressing your vulnerabilities of what maybe you don't understand or what you want to inquire further. You're expressing your interests. And that's terrifying. And that's scary. When you ask a question, sometimes you're looking for an answer. Sometimes you're not. And so, I think questions are something that I think is important. So, I guess another thing to mention is in this process of dragging my feet and not making a YouTube channel, and going back and forth, is I would be like, oh, I want to say this, make a video on X, right? Which I think I have some cool thoughts on things. I think I have some value to say. But I would always be like, oh, I don't feel like I have the qualifications to say that. I don't think I fully thought about the idea enough. Which I think I don't make affirmative or firm stances on things often. I feel there's often so much going on that's hard to actually give a definitive answer. I think definitive is the word. I don't really make definitive statements a lot of times. But, excuse me again. Yeah, you'll find I'm so, my goodness. I have horrible gas sometimes in my stomach. You'll find that, or I found that, I think the remedy to that problem, I found this when I was younger too, and it took me a second to think of it for this YouTube channel, and the central thing that's the second, or maybe the same central thing to this channel, this idea, is just to ask questions. And I think a lot of ways, like expressing yourself, you have to express yourself and asking questions, right? Those concepts are so cliched, such that this happens, I think, throughout our life. We hear things so often growing up and throughout our daily lives, they become cliche and void of any meaning. And it often takes maybe some like Kierkegaard, I'll talk about some philosophy on this channel, I guess. You have to actually live through it to something to actually understand something, right? Like, I think there's a lot of truth, right, to the idea that you need to experience things to actually understand some things, or to have a more effective form of understanding. So, yeah, I think this video is all over the place, and rambling, and weird, and boring. Maybe interesting, hopefully interesting. And I think I like that. I know in my freshman or sophomore year of college, I took a public speaking class, and they always my speech teacher always said, when you have a speech, right? If you're not good at public speaking, you can always just say thank you and then end it. But if you're a good public speaker and it takes a long time to get to this good, you, by the very words and inflection in your voice, when you say your last word, the audience knows the speech is over. And so, I think I'll leave it there.